no, don't use that credit card, that debt. But it's like, okay, well, if I don't, I'm gonna work for somebody that do.
You know, I've watched you get a $200,000 car. I've watched you buy your first $1 million house.
The number one thing that probably changed my life, man. If you don't learn how to leverage debt, you will always be working for somebody that do.
You cracking that code, that was the beginning of major breakthroughs in your business.
Everybody's scared of debt and all these different things. Your grandma and mama told you, maybe because all the people that do own these businesses and investments are leveraging debt.
You shouldn't be in customer acquisition mode and neglect the people who already said yes.
Yeah.
The people who already said yes are the people who will say yes again and keep saying yes and keep saying yes if you keep providing that value for them.
People that work for them at the bottom of the total pole, trading their time for money, work for them, and the person who's sitting at home twirling their toes with their family is leveraging debt. So,
what are you doing with your money from an investment perspective to help multiply?
Yeah.
Wait. I know you want to watch this next video, but listen, if you are an entrepreneur, business coach, business consultant, or a small business owner who has a story and wants to learn how to create multiple streams of income from your story, I need you to text me right now, my book, to 646-687-4152. That is my personal number. I have been an author for over 12 years. I've written 10 books. 4 of them have been bestsellers, and I've sold over 100,000 books. But I've also helped a lot of my clients take their expertise and put it into a story, then create multiple streams of income from that. So I want to help you do the same thing. So text my book to 646-687-4152. All right, let's go back to the video.
So welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the greatest money mindset show on the planet. Today's guest is a powerhouse in the world of business credit, funding, and digital marketing. Hailing from the west side of Chicago, he turned a seed of knowledge into a multi-8-figure empire. Named Entrepreneur of the Year, Kenny Smith, also known to the world as Smitty the Goat, is a self-made multi-7-figure earner who has coached over 5,000 entrepreneurs to use other people's money to fund their dreams, build wealth, and scale their businesses. He's the creator of the Rich Off Funding Tour, a movement that's showing people across the country how to turn information into transformation with millions in commercial and residential real estate under his belt and over $10 million in revenue generated from his businesses. Smitty has cracked the code on credit, marketing, and mentorship. He's not just teaching business owners how to survive, he's mentoring them to become multi-millionaires themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for my brother, Smitty the Goat.
Yeah, hey, that's a good intro. That's a great intro. Pleasure to be here, man. Pleasure to be here.
Man, this is one of those interviews that I appreciate more than you even realize, because I remember, anybody who watches this page knows that you've been on this platform multiple times. But for me to see like you go from student, right, to like leader is phenomenal, right? And what I mean by that is when I met you, you were like in mentorships, you were like, masterminds, and you were like really just kind of, you were always a hustler though, right? You was always like hustling, doing your thing. But just to see you like, man, you just like really just stepped in and just kind of did your thing to the point where, I'm watching you create multimillionaires. I'm watching you create other people who are equally successful. And that's just dope, because I think that a lot of times you hear people who get into business and they project like what they're gonna do, what they're gonna make happen. But again, to see it in real time is just like beautiful. To see. You got a lot of things going on, man.
Yeah.
Mentorship. Yeah. New crib, house, kid, new baby, like, you got a lot going on, right? So for those who probably who don't know you, who's Smitty the Goat?
Yeah, man. From Chicago, of course, but just a serial entrepreneur, man. I've been focused on just scaling my business right now, man. Yep, did just buy my first house, actually, $1 million house, which I'm not that happy about. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later.
For sure.
Man, I did a lot of the check marks of the things that I want to do now. Retired my mom. We got the car that I wanted. We got the house that I wanted, man. We got the business model that I love and I enjoy. I walk into my purpose pretty good. And man, I'm just grateful, bro, to be able to get to this point. I still pinch myself a little bit, like this is real, bro. Me looking at my P&Ls, crossing 10 million in revenue for my business. Like I just had to sit in that for a while the other day and like just look around at life and it's just like it's just no stress. Like it's no real stress going on. Everything is taken care of and it's just like that freedom, bro. Yeah. That freedom feeling is like I can't even explain that one. Like people be asking me like, what does it feel like? And it's just like, bro, it's real, true free. Like there's nothing that I can't do in this world. There's nothing nowhere that I can't go. There's nothing that I can't pay for. There's nothing that I can't get access to. And it's like, when you get to that point, it's like that's it. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And it ain't like I made the money I needed to make. Like I don't need to make 100 million if it get fulfilled. Like cool, I'm a hustler, I want it, but I really see the feeling of freedom. And it's just like it ain't about the money no more. As much as I was chasing the money so much, now that I got the things and it's normal and it's like being my everyday life, it's like now it's just because of the freedom that feels so good. So I'm just in my freedom bag right now, man, and just trying to build and grow and invest it to the next level.
Man, I love that. Man, I love that so much. Talk a little bit about like your upbringing, right? And so, you know, you retired your mom, west side of Chicago. Yeah. Did y'all come from money? Right. You know, did you live in a middle class neighborhood? Like talk a little bit about your upbringing.
So nobody know this, but I was actually born in Wisconsin. So I was born in Wisconsin, but I moved right away to Illinois, to Chicago, Atlanta area suburbs. But my dad died when I was a child, so I was like a few months old in a car crash. Weird stuff on some snow. So that happened when I was a baby. So then grew up with my mom, and then my mom got in trouble. So it was like we moved from Wisconsin to Illinois. My mom got in trouble. She went to the feds. Oh, wow. So now at this segment in my life, I'm going around to like my auntie's house, grandma's houses, just family. And it was just average. It was just like we wasn't like poor, like the poorest in the world, but we didn't have no extra. It was just like we could take care of what we take care of. You eat, you got your clothes, you go to school, we just do that normal, and then that's it. Like, and then that was like what we lived. So like going to my grandma's house, going to my auntie's house, and then just picking back and forth till my mom got out. And then we actually moved to Chicago. And then that's when I discovered like a crazy place that I never wanted to be. You know what I mean? Like going to school in Chicago was terrible. My first week, I'm seeing somebody pull a gun to school. I'm seeing people get beat up. I'm seeing kids like, I ain't going to school. I'm gonna stay on the corner. I gotta make this money. They like, I ain't got no mom and no dad. And I just seen so many different perspectives in such a small period of time because I was only there for like 2 years. You know what I mean? And then my mom, of course, I'm like, Mom, I gotta get out of here. I go back to the suburbs. I wanted to play basketball. All right, so we transitioned into me just being a basketball player my whole life now. So now middle school, high school, I'm a basketball star. I was the best player on my team all my years, so love basketball, but I thought I was better than what I actually was. I was great, and I was the best player on my team, and I was pretty good for high school, but like when I really got to seeing real talent, I started seeing the separation of the talent levels of what it takes to get to the D1 and NBA. And I knew quickly that I wasn't on the level I needed to be. So I ain't had no trainer. Like I couldn't afford no trainer or doing like that. So my skill set wasn't high enough to be able to do that. So that crushed my dreams a little bit. I thought I was gonna be this basketball player. I went to like some D2 college in Iowa, weirdly small, weird school in Iowa, trying to chase the basketball stuff. But after my basketball season in college, we got to school, I quit. I'm like, all right, the college wasn't for me. The number one thing that made me quit college was they tried to make me write a 15-page paper. Yo, I kind of made a decision right then and there. Like I ain't made for this. I don't even know what to write for 15 pages. So I told myself like, man, I don't want to do this. Like this is not fulfilling to me. I don't want to do it. So I quit, went back home, and then that's when I transitioned to live on my sister's couch, man, for a while. And then I had to make some decisions after that. I had to transition to doing something. You know what I mean? Because I'm on my sister's couch. I'm grown. She got 2 kids. We in a 1-bedroom house. So I'm on her couch. She's my big sister, so she's allowing me to be there, but I'm really messing up what she got going on. She already barely making her kids, and I'm coming over here putting more stress on her more. So me just, in that segment, I just wanted to, I ain't want to have my car and my sister's name and try to live on her couch. I had to figure out something else. So that's when I try to just start figuring stuff out in life. I used to like sell shoes. I thought I was gonna be the shoe plug. There's like for a long time I thought I was gonna start like a clothing business or be a shoe plug, sell like resell Jordans or something like that. I started leaning into that a little bit. Wasn't making a lot of money doing that. So then I got a little older. I moved back to Chicago area, got a round group of friends, stuff like that. Started meeting new people. And one tragic moment happened in my life to where I decided to start getting into the business world. My friend got killed. So my roommate who I was living with in Chicago, he gets killed and shot like 5 feet away from me. So we go to an event, we leaving this event, and he gets shot 4 or 5 times. I'm looking at him shot on the floor, and man, my mind going crazy.
Was it something he did, or like
it was a few? It was a retaliation from a feud. So it was. But yeah, so that happened, man, and that was probably like the most turning point for me to be like, I got to do something that's going to sustain something besides this route, because the route that I see that I could be around and going with ain't going to be the right route. You know what I mean? So that's when I really started to buckle down on what could I do? What could I get into? And then my friends started first. That's why exposure, man, is so important. And just seeing it yourself, because I be trying to see why people don't feed into like what I'm doing right now at home, all my people at home. And I kind of see it because they don't actually see it in real life. Somebody that can touch, that can be able to see them do it first. So my friend, one of my closest friends named Lamont, he started getting into courses and seeing stuff on ads on the social media. And he like, man, I'm about to take some classes, some courses about this credit and real estate stuff. And he was trying to tell us, like, man, you need to get your LLC, get your credit right, bro. We're building my stuff up. I'm going to get my first real estate property and stuff like this. And what he did was he went into his learning binge for like 6 months. Like he didn't come outside no more with us. He didn't come to the girls' get-togethers. We going on vacation and stuff. We spending money on clothes and things like that. He in the house every day, every week, every month. And we started to feel like he was acting weird. We like, man, you ain't rocking with us no more. What's going on? He like, bro, I'm just locked in right now. You learning. And then so he went in his learning binge. And me, I was trying to save up $20,000, $30,000 to start my business. Like I was like, I'm gonna build a clothing brand, or I'm gonna do get a whole bunch of shoes and stuff like that. And I'm gonna just resell and make a lot of money. I thought, so he did was he got approved for 2 credit cards for $20,000 each, and got access to $40,000 in one day. I was trying to save up $20,000, $40,000 for 2 years and was not able to do it. So aha moment. Right then and there, bing. I'm like, oh shoot! You mean to tell me I could have got approved for $40,000 way quicker than I just trying to save my way up or work for it? And I'm like, man. So now I started listening to him. He like, oh, now you ready to listen to me, bro? But he did bring it back to me. Like, come over my house, bro. I'll teach you all this stuff. Let's look at your credit. Let's build your LLC. Let's do all the things. Now I'm listening. So now I'm building my LLC. I look at my credit, 450. I'm like, dang, I can't do nothing, man. This my stuff messed up. He like, yeah, it's messed up. We got to clean it. He said, but I learned how to clean credit, bro. So he was actually in Him500 stuff, RPX. And then, so he like, man, we got to do this and that and that. I'm like, man, I don't know if this stuff going to work. Literally in about 3-4 months, credit score shot up. I took all my negative items off my own credit, built my own credit up, get my own credit to 700 and something. And then I was fascinated, bro. I was fascinated, man. I got my own first credit card. And I was just so fascinated, like, man, I posted on social media like, y'all, I got 700 credit score. So everybody on this internet like, whoa, shoot, how you do that? How you do that? How you do that? And it just transitioned from there. My first business I started was an ATM and vending machine business with my credit card, and I learned that from YouTube. So and then after that segment, I went into my own learning binge for 6 to 8 months. So I know that lock-in season that he was in. I went into that same lock-in season, and that means no outside, no spending money, no haircuts, no on the phone with cousins and friends talking about gossip. It's all learning, executing, learning, executing, learning, executing, nothing else. 6 to 8 months straight. Wow. And man, that moment right there changed everything for me for the rest of my life. Wow.
Wow. And so now, you go on that learning binge. What business did you start, and like what started to give you motion, if you will?
Yeah. So once I started posting on social media, it was the fact that everybody knew around me, like that we're not used to nobody having 700 credit scores. So they were just infatuated with me having a 720, 730, and they just wanted to know how. So it turned to me helping people for free at first. And I'm like, all right, this is cool. I'm about to help everybody. And then like it started getting so full, so much on my social media is quick. They all hit me up, DM me, and I'm taking my time. One day I called myself like helping like 8 people, and it was like all day. And I'm like, dang, man, I've been sitting here all day, gave all my time to them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm out here just, now I'm exhausted, tired. They just happy that they got the help. I'm like, maybe I could turn this into something. I'm like, all right, maybe I could just start helping do this for people. And then I was learning from his teachings and curriculum stuff he told me. I'm like, I'm like, man, I got to get in there myself. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I know that he was teaching me everything, but let me get in there myself. So that's when I joined RPX too. I'm like, all right, let me join. Yeah. 500 had a sale. I took that sale. Yeah. But I learned everything and what he had going on. And one thing that I was in there doing, I wasn't just looking at the information. Yeah. I caught it early of the infrastructure of everything that was going on. Like just digital marketing, just the learning curve is just like what it takes to learn properly and what it takes to execute fast. And like we had a group of a whole bunch of people in there, and I seen some of the people that was winning in there, which is our community part of it, the Facebook group and stuff like that. So I'm seeing people in there, Haitian CEO. I'm seeing certain people that's moving and grooving already. And I'm like, oh, shoot, people in here winning at a high level. And it's happening fast. It's not taking no 5, 10, 15, 20 years. This stuff happening in a year, 2 years. If I just stay locked in, it's going to be lit. Yo, I learned everything there is to know about credit, funding, business, LLCs, banks. Like, it was nothing that I was not willing to lock in and learn up 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning every night, probably for about 4 months straight. Man, I wasn't going to sleep, man. I was falling asleep. Papers all everywhere, computer up, YouTube up, computer up, paper everywhere. And I'm just falling asleep every day in the same positions. And it's like, so I got into like just doing credit repair for people first. Like, all right, let me just start helping people do their credit first, and then scaled that up and did that pretty for a while. 10,000 a month, go to 20,000 a month, go to 30,000 a month. I'm like, oh shoot, you know what I'm saying? This is real. I got a real legit business, and it's growing and it's making revenue, and I'm making good money. So I had a kind of cool story of leading right into successful business stuff. Like my first real business I started, it went to 5, 10, 15, 20,000 quick, like 4 months. So I'm getting my credit better and stronger. Now I'm getting access to more money on my credit stuff. And one thing I caught in RPX was 500 tons about ebooks. I started learning about that. I said, you can create a product and make money off of it over and over and over again. Digital product. Never heard of that. Never understood that. Seen people making money with it. My mindset was to, okay, seeing that we can be able to create a product for a certain amount of price, all I got to do is sell it X amount of times. And I leaned into marketing. Everybody else was just still stuck in credit and just like the business credit stuff. And they just so infatuated that. I leaned into like, okay, what's going to be able to get me to sell this? And I leaned into marketing. So that's when my learning binge came into that again. So now I'm deep and diving into learning binge of just marketing and social media. Super hard. I'm like, how do you do this thing? How do you grow this thing? Smitty the Goat started with 2,000 followers. This is when I'm at 2,500 people, 3,000 people knowing who I am, what I do. And I'm like, man, I see these entrepreneurs, man, they got 100,000 followers, 200,000 followers. I was about to go to the route of paying for them. I'm like, man, I'm finna pay for them. I got to look like them. I hold it myself. I'm like, nah, bro, you can build this thing. Like just, the understanding of if you learn something, you can be able to do it. So just go learn the methods and learn how to do it. So me snooping around, learning stuff from everybody, just talking about marketing. I'm looking at everybody. It's Runway, Neo, like anybody that I can see, anybody doing some cool shit with marketing. Let me learn some tactics. Let me learn some strategies. And it's like, let me take bits and pieces from everybody that I see that's moving and shaking, and let me be able to try to implement it into my business. And man, I think I did that stuff so well, bro. Like I did it to the T. My execution time frame was so fast of what I seen and what I got taught and what I learned. I was doing it like about a night. And I ain't going to sleep until it get finished, or till I put it together, till I learn it, till I understand something. I'll watch something 20 times in a row until I I get it. You know what I mean? So I can be able to implement it. And I just went super deep into the marketing, super deep into my credit repair business and growing it. And then that's when it leading into, we started getting deep into the funding side. I fell in love with that. I love money, so me getting access to $50,000, $100,000 in the credit side made me be infatuated with the funding side. So then I leaned into starting my funding business and start helping other people get access to capital for their business, and we started growing all the levers of the business throughout, the foundation of the credit side, but leaning to the funding, and then now to all the things I've been able to create around it as well. No,
I love it. And I would say the first time I even knew who you were was through marketing. Like I remember. I think the first video I saw you, it was like you was in a car and you get a bunch of money. I remember that. I remember I was like, Smitty the Goat, I'm like, who is this dude? Because you kept popping up. And then it was that one. I think you did one with like a Louis Vuitton bag.
Yeah.
So I remember that.
Yeah.
That was the first time I saw you online, and then I met you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, this dude marketing is on point. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so now, I mean, I don't want to fast forward, but I kind of want to a little bit because I feel like you know, one of the things that I appreciate about you is your ability to build community.
Yeah.
Like I think that is sort of like massive, right? Because I think by the time, you know, even when I was like, you know, when interviewed you the first time, you know, I mean, you still do challenges, but you were doing like 5-day challenges, you know, you and the guys. But then you kind of surpassed a lot of people by like building a big school community. Your philosophy on that, like I love it because you actually taught me that where you know, if you're a hustler, you love making money. Sure. So I love making money, love making money. So, but I was still chasing the big money though, right? Because it's like once you make millions of dollars, you're like, I want the big money. Forget all this little change. Yeah. But what you did though, you still were going after the big money, but you built a system like talk a little bit about your philosophy around building a community.
Yeah, bro. One of the best moves in my business. I can truly say the number one move in my business that I made was starting a membership community, reoccurring group. Yeah. And the philosophy was I looked at the data. So I started learning in these masterminds at a high level. So I'm steady hearing what they're saying. It was two things. If you don't got a reoccurring in your business, you don't have a business. That was one of the biggest ones. Yeah. And another one was look at the numbers, look at the data. Yeah. Don't go off what you feel, what you think, and what you may think people want. No. Look at the numbers. And this is what I made a decision off of. The decision was I'm taking intake of applications for people to join my program at this point. So it's like $2,000, $3,000 price point. And only a small percentage of people are buying. And in the intake form, I was asking people I started asking people well, if you're not going to join, why is it that you're not going to join? Or like, what's the reason of not joining? And I'm surveying people. I'm like, why are you not joining? Why are you not joining? Man, I love what you're about to offer, but I can't afford it. Okay, so I got 100 apps coming through. I got 1,000 apps coming through. Only 5% of people are buying, but 90% of people are saying they can't afford it. What am I going to do with this 95% of people that's saying they can't afford my program? They're telling me something here. And it's like for so long, I ignored it. I didn't look at the data and do what I'm supposed to do, make decisions based upon it. And I had an epiphany. I'm like, well, what could I do to be able to put a recurring in my business and be able to help fulfill this gap in my business to where I can't get a lot of people to make a lot of money because of one reason. They can't afford this high ticket program that I have, which is not even high ticket, but like this $2,000-$3,000 offer that I have and they can't afford it. So what could I do? And the ebooks came about, and I was like, all right, I did really well with them. I started using all my marketing tactics to sell ebooks, which are good, but they were one-off sales. Yeah. And one of the masterminds I took, it was it was a saying like, why would you take one sale when you keep getting sales over and over and over again? And I'm like, you are right. I've been so stuck on this ebook stuff, and I just keep getting these one-off sales, but then that client just paid me one time. I'm like, it would be better if I can create enough value enough for somebody to keep paying me over and over again. So snooping around, man, how could a coaching business or a digital marketing business be able to put recurring in business? Seeing a membership community group, start searching like crazy about it, reading books on it, information on it, YouTube's on it, trying to follow entrepreneurs of who were hosting these type of groups, who's the best at it, and then I found School. School is the platform that we use, which I've been like top 10, 15 out of hundreds of thousands of business owners on top revenue line in School with Alex Mosey and Sam Ovens. But I just started snooping around everything. I'm just learning, watching, absorbing, learning, trying to see what's going on. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I think this is what I want to do. I want to start a community group. And I was searching around the industry. I'm like, dang, who got one? I'm trying to snoop. It wasn't that many people that had it. I'm like, really, nobody got this. I'm like, okay, why didn't they do it? And I'm like, nah, forget that. This makes sense to me. I'm gonna do it. So I got into School, snooping around to other people that in School that knew about it and was doing it. And I just started joining theirs and learning. And I'm just like, oh, man, I don't see a big community for what I do for people. So let me create it. And man, I went all in on creating it, building it out, setting it up. And before I started mine, I tested something. I actually told Bree, so this, my girlfriend Bree, I told her to start one. I'm like, well, I was just talking, I just talk game all the time, and I'm just like, man, you should start a membership community group. You helping all these beauty women do these things. You should start a community group. She said, you think that's actually a good idea? That's affordable to my audience. She's like, I never thought about this. What is this? I'm like, I don't know, but I think you should start it. Yeah. She actually listened to me, and she did it, and she started making like $6,000 a month in like 60 days.
Wow.
I'm like, whoa, you about to make $70,000 this year off something I just told you to do 30 days ago, and you already about to. I'm like, I'll be a fool and not to go start my own. And I didn't even think it was gonna be that big. I'm thinking about maybe $10,000-$20,000 a month, and I'll be cool with that. But as I started promoting it, getting in my marketing bag, my audience loved that I finally had something that was super valuable, that was affordable for them, that they can be a part of. They like, thank you, God. You finally, I've been trying to get in your stuff for forever, and you haven't had nothing for me with these little ebooks. I'm tired of getting those. I want some value. So I kind of took a lot of my information, and I literally stripped my $2,000 program. And I'm like, Alex Hormozy, I'm reading his books and stuff like that. They like, man, give them people the undeniablest offer ever you possibly can. I'm like, well, I was selling this stuff for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. If I could put majority of the stuff that I had in there and here and let them just pay me $50 a month, it's a win-win for everybody. Yo, I had so many people joining, man. I got to the point where I got like 3,000 to 4,000 people. I think I got like 3,800 people. Wow. 3,800 people in my community group. So the group was generating over 6 figures a month, reoccurring every month. Wow. And what I learned is that's when my revenue took a big shift, and that's when my business took a big shift for the continuation of growth of money coming into my business consistently at a high level. And I understood a big thing in business, and what he meant by you don't have a business until you have a reoccurring or subscription in your business, because I used to start my business off in the red every single month. Personal expenses, business expenses, and you have to go get sales every day on day one of the month. Right. You at zero. Right. Every month you're starting your business off at zero right now, and you gotta make your way out of the red because you already got to pay rent, you already got to pay all these things, and I got people I'm hiring people on my team now, so you got these expenses, and you start off in the red every single month. So now you got to climb out the red, then get in the green, and then try to net to the pocket. Right. So I'm like, okay, now. Change the whole game on day one of the month. I'm up 6 figures on day one before I even blink an eye and wake up on the first day of the month. I'm up 6 figures. And now personal expenses taken care of, business expenses taken care of, marketing budget taken care of, everything taken care of. And I net a lot of money to the pocket. Right. And then everything I make from day one for the rest of the month, I get to net to the pocket. Wow. Blew my mind of how the structure of how it was going and what was happening in my business. And I seen the continuation of the growth happening so fast. I'm like, oh man, I think I have really cracked something valuable in my business that really changed something, which is crazy to me, because it's like, it wasn't such a big thing that needs to happen. I thought it was gonna be like this magical diamond or this magical pill that I was just dying to figure out how I'm gonna do, $250,000 a month, $300,000 a month consistently. And then I finally found it. So, best decision in my business, best opportunity, best timing, best offering. And I think it's just like, once you got that recurring in your business, it's really hard for you to do bad in business, man, when you figure it out. So.
Yeah. And because this is a money mindset show, I do want to point out, like, anytime you crack the code, because you said something where you cracking that code, that was the beginning of like major breakthroughs in your business, and I think, the educators call it the Maslow hierarchy of needs, but it's something that happens to you mentally when you know everything is taken care of. Like, everything else starts to accelerate. You know what I'm saying? Like, at a high level, and I think that's just I think it's just your brain just being able to know, like, man, I got this already, and now I got this. I feel abundant. I feel like I made it. And so now these opportunities are now like attracting themselves to you. You know what 100%. I'm saying? How did you like what was your marketing like though? Like, how did you build it? Like, was it organic ads? Was it Or I mean, was it organic posts? Was it ads? Like what were you doing that made people, gravitate to you and want to, take your offer?
Yeah, so it was a couple different things. So it was the demand was there though. The demand was there because of how many people wanted to join my program but couldn't afford it. So the first thing I did was take that whole list.
Yeah.
That's why contact list building is so important. Took the whole list of people that didn't purchase my program but filled out applications. I text and email blast them for a week straight, telling them, hey, I got something available for y'all. Get in here. Hey, I got something available for y'all. Get in here. Hey, I got something available for y'all. Get in here for a week straight because I knew that they said that they couldn't afford my higher tickets. So this was only right that they wanted to join, but it was something available for them. So now that's the first thing. I posted on my organic social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, every day, 3 times a day for 3-4 months straight.
Wow.
There is no missing a day. There is no I'm skipping this week. I'm only gonna post once this week. No, it was 3 times a day on my page, not my story, on my page. I made a commitment to myself. I'm gonna post 3 times a day, every day for the next 4 to 5 months straight. And that's what I did. And that was all leading to my community group. It's like, all right, I got an offer that's amazing, that I feel like is amazing, that everybody can benefit from and get help from. And people were waiting for me to drop this, so let me push this super hard.
Right.
So now I'm texting my list, emailing my list. I'm posting every day. I'm posting on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and on all platforms and each and every way. And I'm leading them to my community group. And then I also had I forgot who I learned this from, but it might have been Sam Ovens. One of his models was automated webinar. Leaned into learning the whole automated webinar flow. At first, I started learning about live webinars. Then I started dipping into the automated webinar. And it's like, you don't have to show up live every day. It's like you can be able to set up the automated webinar in a placement to where you can send leads there. They can watch your recording of your class. And my automated webinar system was the lead source. I started sending people in so I can give them something for free, give them the value. Because it's like going on a date before you get married. Everybody don't you ask people for money, but you're not giving them value first. So of course we gave them value first, and then I just started pumping my marketing towards that presentation, the automated webinar, and then it started converting a lot of people fast. So now I figured that formula out. Now it's like, all right, let me place this into a lot of different levers in my business that it can just run leads through here to be able to convert them, since it's converting. So now it's I'm putting it in down sales and places to where I have high ticket things, or if I got a lead magnet, I'm putting it as an upsell. If I got my high ticket, somebody can afford it, I'm down selling. I'm also now putting ads to it, burner campaigns to it, putting budgets to my marketing budgets towards it, leverage other people's audiences, telling them about it, going on my marketing runs, things like that, collaborating, leverage other people's audiences, man, and just doing everything I can to bring the awareness to it, to be able to lead people to it, to be able to get in it because it's affordable. Yeah. And my marketing tactic was it's only for $1.50 a day. People loved it. They like, that ain't bad. $1.50 a day. I might get in here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, instead of so my marketing angle was get in my group for $1.50 a day, and I'll teach you all this stuff that I've been doing over the last 3 years, man, and help you be able to do this thing, clean your credit, building your credit, get your first $25,000 credit card, and it just blew up, man. Blew up. Then it made a domino effect in the industry. People started getting aware about it, looking over there. Smitty, what you got going on? Let me go ahead. And so, and then now, in the industry is being a part of people's business models, and they're adding it in. And it's just like, it's dope to see that the whole industry had a domino effect of like, wow, that is powerful. That is dope. And you need to build community. For sure. And it was a few people that had it, but it was like, it just kind of like, it wasn't talked about a lot. Right. But when I discovered it, I really understand it at a high level now. Yeah. So now I did so well with it. I'm piquing all the interest from everybody. Want to know how I did it. Right. What's the back end? What's the infrastructure? What's the model? What's the frameworks? So I had to start helping other people be able to build theirs and set theirs up. And it's been going good, man. Yeah. It's been going well.
And one of the other pieces I liked about that model too is you now have a baked in audience to prepare for your other offers. One of the things I remember, it was funny because somebody had reached out to me and it was like, yeah, they want to, offer this do-it-yourself program to fix your credit or whatever. So I was like, I bet I'm gonna sign on or whatever. They did my website. I look and they're like, hey, you can do the training. I look at the training. I see Smitty the Goat. They like it's so which was also awesome because it was like you have this community, but then you offer other products and services within the community.
Oh, yeah.
And then, like for instance, that particular product is a free product to your community, but they have to pay for credit monitoring. That credit monitoring you get an affiliate off of. So not only are you getting money off of the monthly fee, but you can also offer them other products and services. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so that's what I mean by it fueled all the rest of the pieces and areas of my business. So I have a software. I got my own software. So in my community, I put my software in there. So then I teach people how to use my software. So then, of course, you have to pay for the software. So we leading people into our software. Now they're using our software as well.
Yep.
We got the credit monitoring, like you said, which we get an affiliate off of. I have an option to be able to do a done-for-you service to get people funded for their business, to get them access to their first $50,000 to $150,000 in funding. So now people are coming in here, they're paying a monthly recurring, then they're cleaning their credit, they're building their credit, and they might get their first credit card, let's just say. But then they're like, all right, well, Smitty, I keep seeing you helping people get access to $50,000 to $150,000. How do I do that? So then that turns into a lead from my community. So they paid me to be able to pay me again. And then it's like, but it's also cool. And it's a value switch because I helped them get the first result. So the number one way to make money for real is actually help them get the result. Right. It's cool to offer the things, but if you actually help somebody get the result, they don't mind paying you again. So now that I actually got them the first result was cleaning their credit, they got the $750. Now they're like, okay, I need this access to this funding that's what you're talking about so I can start this business. So people have desires to get in real estate, desires to get in trucking, desires to pay for marketing. And now they're coming to me to get a done-for-you service, get funded for their business, and I charge a commission on the back end of that. So then now I'm making money off that lever. And then now I have my high ticket offer now. So now that I gave them all that stuff, I created a different higher ticket offering that was going to solve their next problem. Most important part.
That's good. Don't miss that, y'all. Yep.
Please don't. Yep. Because you just can't create offers on stacking on top of offers. It's like, okay, I had to figure out what problem are they going to occur once they get to this point and they complete what I told them to do in the first part. So, and for me, that was the second thing they was going to need was get access to funding. And now the next thing they was going to need was, okay, Smitty, I got the funding. I don't know what to do to make money now. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, to solve that, I can basically give y'all my frameworks and my business model to teach y'all how I make money. Yeah. And my making money model at that time was how to start a funding business. Yeah. And people that look like us are not in the industry at all. Yeah. There's nobody who own companies that are doing lending for people. It's always the other side. So I'm like, well, let me be able to give people my frameworks and my tactics to be able to now start their own lending business. So now my high ticket offer turned into me teaching people how to be able to start their own lending business, the same model that I did. Yeah. So now they're like, oh, shoot. So now, truthfully, they're paying me again. Right. And it's okay for me to say it like this because it's a value switch once again. These people are changing their lives doing this. And it seems like, Smitty, you getting them to pay you again. But truthfully, like I'm just being valuable on, what the struggles are going to be. And I know they need help with. So I'm just providing value. If they want it, they can take it or not. Yeah. But so now they're paying me again. And then they're learning my business model to teach people, not to teach people, but to do done for you funding for other people. So they are getting, revenue now in their business because now they're starting a business and making money, because like it's cool to clean your credit, to get a good credit score. Then it's cool to get funding, but that don't mean you making money. That means you just got access. Now you got access to opportunity. So the smartest thing to do when you get access to money is what? Let me ask you this though, Ash Cash.
You get access to money?
What's the number one thing you do when you get access to money?
Number one, I'm trying to figure out how to take that money and create recurring revenue from that money.
And which way was the first thing you would do? So Smitty got you 100K. What's the first move you're making? The number one move you got to make first.
Ooh, the first thing I would do. You put me on the spot right now.
Yeah.
So I'm a real estate investment guy. Okay. So I'm either buying a piece of real estate that I could leverage on like recurring revenue, or so my wife and I play the market, and so we know how to make money off of the market. So I probably would put money in the market.
What we got to do before that though?
Set up a business? Like, I don't know, you know what I mean?
I just want to see if you're going to catch it. I just want to mess with you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm nervous now.
But I told them, and they listen, I don't go start no business or no investment until I get a mentor or coach first. Right?
Yeah.
So I told them that, and they were listening. It's like they understood it. It's like, well, I'm not gonna know what to do and how to do it if I just go start the business or the investment. So give me a coach or a mentor first. Let me invest in myself, invest the information first, then I'll start the business. So that's what I had them do. I like get the information first, start the business, and then now they are making money. They got good credit. They got access to some money. They got a business model to make them money.
Yeah.
Man, they got a setup, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I had to be able to pull all these different levers from my community, and it made it way easier.
Yeah.
I don't have to hard sell anyone.
Right.
I don't have to chase leads hard because I'm nurturing and feeding people value, and they're getting the result from what I taught them at a lower level. It's like, why in the world would they go to anybody else to do the next thing when I'm here providing this type of value and getting them the result? So the smartest thing and the best decision for them was to just keep going in tiers of what I have to teach for them to be able to get to the next level of their business, And so it makes it easier for the rest of your business to be able to grow easier, and your conversions go up. The amount of leads you get in different things goes up, and it's like a pool of a community of people who love your stuff and love you as a person too. And it's easier for me to build things around it, but to help them make their life easier and to get them to the next level because I know their problems. So I'm just trying to put things in place to be able to solve them as best as possible. Best way to make money, I'm always here for my masterminds, is to solve a problem.
Yeah, and I love that you said that, because I think that's the biggest piece that people mess up on. Is people are always in customer acquisition mode, which you should always be, but to the point where you shouldn't be in customer acquisition mode and neglect the people who already said yes. The people who already said yes are the people who will say yes again and keep saying yes and keep saying yes if you keep providing that value for them. What winds up happening is a lot of people will get a yes from the people, from their people, but instead of nurturing those people, they start looking for the next people to get, right? Neglect them, don't learn from them, don't learn what their needs are, and they drop the ball because now you primed them. Now they start going somewhere else. They start looking for somebody else. They start looking for the other mentor because you dropped the ball. And then and I'll be 100% transparent in saying that that was one of the things I did, drop the ball. Where and I mean everybody knows, right? So we at one point. Everybody was going to Myron Golden, and he was our mentor. And the one thing I think a lot of us did was we allowed his model to be our model, right? Because Myron is like, yo, I'm premium value, right? I'm a premium brand. You need 55,000, you need 100,000, you need, right? And so a lot of us were like focused on premium only, premium. He's like, yo, I hate free. I'm not doing nothing free. But what wound up happening is we're attracting people who can't afford premium. I know I was. You know what I'm saying? Like that was the biggest mistake I think I made. Where I started. I've always, even ever since I've ever been in this game, I've always attract people who are just trying to figure it out. But when I'll be honest again, when I started making a lot of money charging premium, I started neglecting everything else, and I only was focusing on premium. And the people that were attracted to me were like, I can't afford this. For sure. So instead of creating something and listening to them and saying, yo, they can't really afford this, instead of creating something, I want them, well, you're not ready for me now. Come back when you're ready. And then they wind up going somewhere else that could serve them. But by the time they're ready, wherever they are, it felt like family, felt like home, and they ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And so 100%. I think that was one of the things that I learned, you know what I'm saying? Like being 100%. Able to figure out these multiple tiers, and helping people, get to that next level. I did want to ask, right? So, one of the things, the biggest flaks that people who do funding get is, I hear all the time people talk about, well, why are you charging people to get funding, and we actually just saw this with Alex Hormozy, right? And so I know Alex Hormozy did something for all of our industries, if you will, because I know for me as a self-published author, as a book monetization coach, I've been telling people forever, like, yo, you need to write a book because a book is going to help you get all these other things. Nobody believed in that. They were like, oh, I don't know how to make you. This man made $100 million. So I'll be honest with you, I never thought that big though. I was just like, I know you could get some M's off of writing a book and tapping into an audience in a different way. But this man made $100 million from a book using what the philosophy I talked about. But talk a little bit about. There was something he said in his book, though, as it relates to funding. If you could talk about that a little bit. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he said he used his last bit of funding, which was like, to him, it was little, but it was a lot. He said he used his last $90,000 to $100,000 of business credit to start his first gym, which led him into, and he said he had nothing else. See, this is all he had. He had this line of this credit card or this line of credit for $100,000. He had to go do something with it to be able to make this thing happen, or it was over. So his lifeline was funding. Now he changed that into turning into a business model with a chain of gyms to where they did 20 gyms, and then exited for $40 million off the limb of leveraging other people's money, funding. That's also a confirmation of why I know the industry that I'm in and what I tell people is right and it works like a charm and it's helpful. Because how is that the number one entrepreneur in the world, I'm going to say right now?
Absolutely,
The beginning of his backbone story was to leverage his funding to start his business and his investments. And now he's a 9-figure earner on his way to a billionaire because he decided to leverage business credit and funding to be able to start his business. It's on your end with the book and on our end with the funding. It's like really amazing to see, because like it really tells him to what I've been telling people for real. Like I really feel like now, truly, like nah. That is it. That's what you use. That's what you leverage, because, it gives you the opportunity to be able to do something like that. And it's so powerful because I did it that way. I leveraged my funding to be able to get into marketing, invest in myself and start my businesses as well. And I know it worked like a charm. And then, and it worked for somebody who's about to be a billionaire. It's like, that should tell you something. And, that should tell you should focus on it. And that you should work on it and that you should leverage it and use it to your advantage. And that's just confirmation. And so I love that happened. And you asked me one thing too. You said, why do people charge people, as a business model? Well, truthfully, they've been doing it to us our whole life. The banks do it. The banks do it. The banks do it to you every day. So a lot of y'all got these mortgages that don't know the MORT mean death, and they got y'all in these interest-only payments and taking y'all money and making money off y'all. That's one thing. Hard money lenders with real estate, they borrow money and they give you money and you got to pay them. And it's like the reason why I charge and why we charge for this business model is because if you were not to come to us, it'll be a lot of missing pieces that you wouldn't be able to get the access to the capital you need. Now, some people, of course, they're knowledgeable and they know, and then they wouldn't come to us. That's the whole point. If you're knowledgeable and you know what to do and how to do it at the highest level in the world, then you don't need my service. It's not for you. These are the people who are not educated. These are people who never got taught this stuff, don't know how the banks work. And the main piece that's really the big leverager, and if you not coming to us to do it, I have access to banking reps inside the banks that can do what's called application, DocuSign application push through with a banking rep inside the bank, to where most people go online like the masses and apply for credit cards and get these instant approvals, to where now you get approved for $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. You may get up to 20. Let's just say, just give you the best odds. But you never seen nobody get no 34,000, 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, $80,000 limit on one credit card. People have never seen that before. When I started posting it, they thought I was scamming or a cap. They just like, no, this ain't true. He changing the numbers on the approval from Chase paperwork. You know what I mean? He's like, no way, you got $80,000 from one credit card. And I was like, yeah, the difference between you going to get a credit card, you get approved for 10,000, and I could have maybe got you 70,000, just because of the relationships I have that you don't. Another thing is, it's a lot of banks out here that people don't know about, don't do research on, that don't know that gives a lot of money that you could be missing out on. It's so many banks that gives out 30s, 40s, 50,000s. You would have never knew that in your life to be able to get access to that capital if you didn't come through me to be able to get that, that push through. And then it's like knowing how to strategically go do it as well. Because it's a way that you can go do it to where you can shoot yourself in the foot to be able to cap yourself to get a small amount. You can't even get a big amount because you're applying for too many credit cards. in one bureau, let's just say. And now they start declining you based upon you not being knowledgeable of how to strategically go set your sequences up to go get the funding you need. So now you shot yourself in the foot. You could have got access to 250,000, but you end up getting 40. Big difference. So limit wise, very important. Strategic strategies, our relationships, and knowing what to do and how to do it to be able to get the maximum amount is the value in what we provide when it comes to, and it's a done for you service. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to think about it. You have to do nothing. And then it's also I like the model because too, we only get paid for the work we do. You know what I mean? Meaning I'm going to take my commission off of what I provided. And if I don't get you what is satisfied to what I said I'm going to do you, then I don't get paid. Or I don't get a lot, whatever the case may be. And it's like, that pushes us to have to do great service and again, good work for you and get you the best possible and max possible because we want to be able to, fulfill on our commission to get our commission. So those will be the key levers, I'll say, the reason why it's like that. And it's more too, but we'll be talking all day about it. But like those are the main key things that I believe people need to know about why that is like that. And it's just it's our business. You know what I mean?
And ultimately though too, like you said, this is access to capital that you wouldn't have had you not, gone through you, the program, whoever is helping you. But the other piece of it, which I like, which I want people to understand, is also the mentorship afterwards, right? Because this is what people were saying, right? They were like, man, you're going to help somebody get all this money, but then not telling them that they have to pay the money back. No, of course they know they have to pay the money 100%. Back. And so how do you, do that? Like if you do it by yourself, now you got 100,000 and you don't know what to do with it. Now you got to pay this money back. Now you're stuck. But if you have a mentor who teaches you how to get it, but then also can give you the frameworks, right? So invest in the mentorship, and then they give you the frameworks on how to actually deploy that money. That's how people grow. And this is what a lot of people don't understand though too, is the benefit, which is why it's good that you have tiers, right? The benefit of going with a mentor that has different tiers of how to work for them is that it is in your best interest that your mentees are successful.
Oh yeah, 100%.
When your mentees start off at the lower level, it's in your best interest to help them reach a result so they can actually stay with you, so they can actually help you make more money, right? And so that's like even for me, like I've been instituting that in my business where I'm like, all right, you know what? I have a vested interest in helping you make the most amount of money in what you're investing with me, because what if once you get that money, now you know what I could do for you on this level. I have this other level that I could help you even more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I want to talk now about like investing, right? Because as somebody who's made a lot of money, a lot of impact, but a lot of money for yourself in your business. But you personally, I've watched you get a $200,000 car. I've watched you buy your first $1 million house. I've watched you, get your own self-storage, right? So, like, what are you doing with your money from an investment perspective to help multiply it?
And before we reached that point, you had said something right before that was the different tiers. And it's like the people who have helped become, multiple 6-figure earners and 7-figure earners, it happened like that, truthfully. So it was like they started in my community, they went to my second tier, and then they got in my inner circle. And then it's like I helped them at every level of what they needed. And they needed that. They like the conversations that I have with them now that they're doing $50,000 a month, $70,000 a month. They like, oh, thank you, Lord, that you had this for me to be able to really get taught at every level, because I didn't know what I would have did if you didn't teach me at that level. So it literally is like the mastermind is perfect, combination, because it really helps people to level up to the place they want to truly be in their goals. So I think that that model is actually so helpful to both sides, to the business owner who's helping and to the person who's coming up. And that's like the best model in the world for you to grow. You have to continue to keep learning. The only way I got here is because I continue to keep learning at a higher level, not the same level, because I spent over $300,000 in information this far, coaching, consulting, all these things. And the only reason I was able to do that because I kept going up in higher levels of learning. So me understanding that, me and providing that, it works on both ends. Me going through it myself and seeing the success that happened, and seeing the people that I was leveled with didn't do that, and what happened to them. And I seen the difference. Oh, you didn't want to keep investing in information. You didn't want to go pay for those $25,000 mastermind, the $50,000, the $60,000. You didn't want to go do that. You got your little motion, and now you think that's okay. And then when it's time, and then you seeing the different growth, you're like, man, how he growing? He was in the same program, he was making the same amount of money just a year ago. What happened? yeah, I went to go spend another $150,000 in mentorship. You didn't.
Yeah.
You think it's sweet. It's not. You got to keep learning.
Yeah.
So that model works like 100%. Yeah, I love it. You know what I mean? For both sides.
And real quick though,
Yeah.
I think I love that you said that too, because that's the other piece of it that I want people to catch is that you're teaching what you did.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, I'm a teach. Like I'm like I've done it, right? Like I've paid and went to different tiers, and so I'm just gonna start to create my business the way in which I've been doing it, and so now I'm teaching you to do it. So it's almost like it's a cycle. Like if I'm being successful doing this, why wouldn't I do what I'm being successful doing? And then why wouldn't I teach you to do what I'm doing? So it becomes this whole sort of circulation of information and greatness. And so I want people to not miss that. Yeah.
So then investing side now. Man, I am now full mode and investor mode now. Taxes. All right. So I started making good money now. You start making these millions of dollars. That's fun and cool and all. And then you got to pay taxes. Yeah. So now I used to be on the other side of this thing. I hate taxes, man. We entrepreneurs got to get to grind and work hard, make all this money, and I got to take percentages of our money, man. It's some bull crap and all this stuff. And then I had to sit down like, why don't you just take this situation that like you do everything else? Go learn it, bro. Go sit your butt down. And just learn the game. Stop being mad at it and learn the game, or get around people who know what they're doing and talking about it and ask questions. You know what I mean? So started going around the right people that I need to go around and start asking them the questions of the tax stuff, what to do. And it's just like they said, you got to spend money. Yeah. I'm like, man, I don't want to spend money. I'm making money. I'm trying to be safe. I'm trying to keep my money in the bank. I'm trying to look at my bank account every day and make sure everything good in there. And I go, okay, well then just give it to IRS then. So they put me in a scenario. They said, okay, would you rather go invest it to where you can put the money in your own assets and things like that? Or would you like to give it to your IRS? Which one do you want? Because you got to do one or the other. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'll go there. I get my assets and invest because I don't want to get to the IRS. That sounds stupid. So then I'm like, all right, let me sit down. Let me start focusing on this. Let me start asking questions and getting clarity on what is the smart things to do with my money. So a few things that I'm doing now, I'm investing heavy, man. I'm in full invest mode. Like get all this money that I'm making out of my bank account ASAP. You know what I mean? As best as I can. And first thing I was doing, shout out to a glimpse of this was P2P, man, Marvin, talking about this life insurance stuff. So I'm snooping around. I got Mogul and Marvin and put my mind on life insurance policies. So I started dumping my money into life insurance policies. So man, that was a big game changer for me. And then I'm starting to borrow against that. And then now I'm investing to real estate. And man, I got a couple mentors, man. I got one of my guys named Shane, Mogul played a part. My guy Lamont played a part. And I got so many relationships now that I'm drilling them. I'm drilling them with questions. Hey, man. Hey, how we do these deals? How we provide this real estate? How we do this? How we do that? I'm calling back. Man, how the taxes work on that? When you do that, do it help me to? And they are shifting my mind. Okay, I understand it now. So now it's like I'm partnering up with people and doing deals. I invest into with Terica one part. I know you know Terica Lynn Smith. We did a partnership deal of 104 units in Louisiana, 104 unit apartment complex. We bought the whole complex. Partnered in that. And then, but then on the tax side, my CPA was like, okay, that was good. You're an investor and you guys invest into something big, but you're not the sole owner of that investment. You're an investor side, so you don't get to reap the benefits like you're supposed to. And it ain't that big as you thought it was going to be. I'm like, man, I put 6 figures into this. It's going to be a good tax advantage, right? They like, yeah, if it was your, full out investment under you. So they started leaning to, you have to get your own investments. You have to start putting these investments under your name. You have to be the full runner on these things. I'm like, all right, let me sit my butt down and be able to make sure that I understand enough to be doing it. So I started educating myself more. So now invested into some more real estate. So I just bought a 6 unit, man. I bought that was worth like 7 figures. I bought another property worth like $850,000, which I'm renting out by the rooms and doing Airbnb out of. So cash flowing off those. And then I just went partner for partner with my guy Mogul on a storage facility, 111 units, like 2-3 hours away from here. And man, I get it. Man, like next year I'm not gonna pay no taxes, bro. You know what I mean? I get it. Like I literally understand it and I get it. I want to take this money that I made actively and invest into assets to make my money grow.
Yeah.
So I'm getting,
and then you can access that through borrowing it.
Yeah.
And you don't pay taxes on.
Yeah.
Buy, borrow, die.
You get me? Yeah. So I'm seeing it and I get it and I'm actually doing it. Now I'm really understanding it. And I'm like, this shit is powerful, bro. 100%. How could I lose if I got that active up crazy how I needed to be and the reoccurring going, and I'm smartly dumping into investments to where that's creating me cash flow as well and growing in equity. Yeah. And it's like my money's compounding, my money's growing, and I'm actively making money. I'm hitting the money models on every different level that I need to. Absolutely. And it's like, man, it's finna get crazy, and I can feel it, and I can see it because I'm starting to make all the right moves now. I'm starting to understand this stuff at a higher level to where I understand how money works, how money needs to move, and how it needs to keep going out to be able to make more. You need to place things to be able to make it recurring. You need to grow it in every different way. And it's like I'm trying to position myself, man, to do all of what my mentors are telling me to do. I'm not just gonna keep listening to them. I'm gonna actually execute on what they said to do, and what successful people are doing out here. So now my mind is super heavy on investing my money, man. And the next lever that I'm pulling is buying businesses. So, and then I'm done with even having to do anything else, bro. It's going to be active cash flow, 6 figures a month. I want my passive income from my businesses and my investment to be 6 figures a month. And soon, bro, you ain't going to see Smitty go on the internet that much no more. As much as I've been on the internet for the last 3 years. Y'all probably got like a year left in me to get busy. I'll tell y'all right now, truthfully, y'all better get around me while y'all can. Because in another year or two, it's going to be in a placement to where I'm not probably gonna be on the internet that much no more. I'm gonna be chilling, man. I'm gonna be in my chill. I'm gonna start getting in my chill bag. But I still love the coaching stuff. So I ain't going nowhere too much. But like, it ain't gonna be too super crazy active like I've been. You know? And then it's like, man. So I love the area that I'm in. I love, like you said, when you get to a certain place, just that all the stress levels are gone. You can be creative. Absolutely. I can sit and create. Absolutely. I can sit and be in my creative bag that I'm not stressed about nothing else no more. And it's like I can be able to just build, man. I can just build. I can help people. I can help them build. I can build my own thing, make sure my family's straight, people around me straight. And it's just like I feel good, bro. I'm in my space right now, man.
You got a glow, my bro. I'm gonna say that though, man. I think it's your lady though, man.
It could be.
I'm so serious, bro. Because I feel like I said, I've been around you a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. There's this, I'm gonna say softer side, but it's like a softer side of you. You know what I'm saying? Like I just started noticing, and I'm like, man, maybe because I didn't know, I don't know when y'all started dating or whatever, but I didn't know you had a girl. So when you started publicly showing, like, you got a girl, new kid, you just got full custody of your daughter, you bought the crib. It's a different side of Smitty the Goat. Sure. And even now, I'm watching you, bro. Like there's a different glow in you that's a little different, which I think that's the blessing of it though, because I feel for people who make a lot of money but don't have what you have, what I have, like that family foundation, like that love around them. Like I see, like Bree loves you. Like I see, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm an observer. I watch stuff like that because I love family. You know what I'm saying? And I watch the way, you know what I'm saying, she looks at you and how y'all move. I'm like, oh yeah, that she loves that man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So I love to see it though too, bro.
No, you're right on. Me having 2 daughters now, and then her around, it is bringing like that side of me out, and then the world is seeing it too, because they didn't see that at first. They all just see me grinding, Smitty. Now they seeing me be dad, Smitty. They see me be boyfriend, Smitty, and they see these things. So like it is being it, and it's just it, but it is also the position that I got into now. I'm not in full grind mode no more. I am in a more relaxed and a more strategic and a more, making sure family straight mode, and then also being able to show my lifestyle and not just the rags and the riches and the million Lambos and all that, but like also I'm a father. I'm a man. You know what I mean? I can provide, and like this is what we're supposed to do, but also be prideful of what I built and and show the world like y'all can do this. You know what I'm saying? Be that piece for everybody else. That I know that the reason why I did it was because I seen it too, people doing it, and it's like I know that I want to be that for other people, especially for people that's in my hometown. Like it's not that many people that they can look up and see that ain't rappers and athletes and all these actors and all these people that they only know that get to this point, and it's like. like it's such an eye opener for them. I know it is, even though it probably ain't hitting everybody across the head like it's supposed to. But I know the people that need it, that's getting it, that see it and feel it, like they're changing their situation because they're seeing me on the internet. I get paragraphs all day, every day now, man. Like, man, it's like, man, seeing you every day, I live life through you, that it just makes me believe that I can do it. And that's what I keep going for. And that's where we at right now, trying to just keep that infrastructure going at a high level, man. Yeah. Trying to blow this thing through the roof.
Nah, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
You got some flack around saying that, I don't know if you said buying a house to live in is the worst thing that you could do.
Oh yeah.
Was that what you said? They was coming for you.
Yeah, they was drilling me. So this is what I said. I said, I feel, since I'm going through it, this is not me thinking, this ain't theory, this ain't me on the internet and somebody comments. Yeah. This is me going through it. This is me having peers and friends and family and people who's doing this at a high level. You buying a house is not financially smart to primarily live and buy a home and live the American dream of, let me go get married, let me go buy a home with my family, and let me go get a mortgage because of all the things on the back end of what you got to go through now as a homeowner. Facts, yeah. Being as I'm a homeowner, I see everything now. Yeah. All the stuff I got to do when it comes to issues in the house, maintenance and all these things, getting the grass cut. I had to put a whole bunch of blinds in my house. Like, I didn't know how to do that. I had to put a refrigerator in there. I'm like, yo, I ain't know about all this extra stuff. I thought just a bit down, the pot down was going to be good. I came in the house, I spent another $20,000. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. If I wasn't Smitty the Goat in the position I was in, what would have been then? I'd have been in trouble. You know what I mean? And then I started thinking, I'm like, well, then what about the average person? And you know what really made me mad and what really made me start speaking out on it is everybody talking about, oh, buy a house, go buy a house. And it's like, bro, people only make $50,000 a year. And these mortgages on these mortgage payments, these principal and interest portions of these mortgages is crazy. Yeah. I looked at my mortgage and I almost didn't sign my papers because he told me how much interest I'm paying on my mortgage every single month. Yeah. So I sat down at this table. I said, all right, house around, I ain't gonna say the exact number, around $1 million. The house around $1 million. All right, cool. My mortgage is $6,000-7,000 a month. Okay, cool. All right, this is about to hit the $1 million loan, right? About to, okay, it's $1 million right now, let's just say, and then I'm about to $6,000, gonna be hitting that $1 million, right? Every single month, right? So 60, 70, 80,000 a year. I'm like, 1, 2, okay, cool. This ain't gonna be that bad. Say, oh no. About 95% of that go to interest only. I said, oh wait, what you mean? What you mean by that? So they're like, yeah, only like $900 or $1,000 goes to the $1 million loan. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Everybody stop. Don't nobody move. No more pieces in this room. What you mean? And they like, yeah.
Amortization, that's what it's called.
Yo, I'm like, whoa. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm starting to learn now. I'm like, oh, shoot. So you mean tell me I pay $6,000, $7,000 a month? What about that $5,000? Right. What about that going? Right. Interest only. Interest only, yeah. Say, oh, shoot. Yeah. Every month? Yeah. 5, 6, 7 years straight? Yeah. They said, oh, yeah. So I'm asking people around. They like, oh, what? You going to get equity on the back end. Yeah. Then I thought about myself, well, shoot, how much in interest-only payments did I pay for 5 years? Exactly. First, before I even gained anything. Yeah. I'm like, I'm doing the numbers on the board now. This don't make sense. Yeah. I paid that out of interest before they even gained anything. Exactly. Does that make sense to you? I don't know. You do the math.
Because the thing is that and the banks are smart. That's
they're
why
they're smart.
When I tell you, when I watch people online defend the banks and they say, oh, like it irks my nerves, right? And I understand why the banks do it. Yeah. But the banks do what's called amortization, which it flips in 15 years. So that's what happens. Yeah. Right? So for the first let's say you got a 30-year mortgage. Yeah. For the first 15 years, most 95% is going to interest, right?
That struck me, bro.
And then after, like, once you get to the middle of the loan, now it flips. Yeah. Now most of it, but at that time the bank has made all of the interest already. All that money. And the reason why they do that is because most people want to like refinance or whatever. So they want to. They've learned how to be able to make all of their money up front. Yeah. So just in case you refi, it's crazy.
So you're buying the bank a house or two.
Absolutely.
While you're only buying your family a house. Correct. I don't know why people think that that's okay or just fun or this is the best decision in the world. No, it's not. And then I'm good because I'm a multimillionaire and I'm Smitty the Goat. I got the leverage that didn't matter. Right. I'm just rich, so that didn't matter. I'm thinking about family members though. I'm thinking about the average American.
Yeah.
You going to get a mortgage and you having a price bust.
Yeah.
And you already make $60,000 a year, and then your mortgage $2,000-$3,000 a month, and that's only going to interest. And then something happens to it. Now you got to fix the plumbing. Now you got, and then, or man, you in some trouble. Then you want to get married, and you're gonna spend $20,000 on the marriage. Then you got to pay taxes.
Yeah.
Then your mortgage is going to interest only, and you think it's smart.
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah.
The numbers didn't number, and I'm literally breaking it down. It's literally like, no wonder why we broke.
Absolutely.
And because we think this is the route to go.
Yeah.
And it's like, I thought, now I'm investing. I'm like, well, it definitely would have been smarter to not go buy a house, go and buy a couple of investment properties or 2 or 3 to where I can get some cash flow up enough to where now if I buy my house that covers the payment of my house that I live in to where now I'm still going to pay the interest, but now at least the cash flow from my investments is paying my mortgage and my interest. And I'm living rent and mortgage free.
Yeah.
So, you know, in a sense, it's like, that's a way better strategy than you going to now go buy a home like most of us do, and then going to now, first of all, it's a liability because money going out of your pocket every month. It's not coming in. Oh, you're paying into your house, into the rent. Okay, cool. But at the same time, money going out your pocket and it's going to interest. Why would you go do that when you could set yourself up to create enough cash flow to be able to now pay for the house that you live in? So sacrifice, be disciplined first. Go get an investment first, have that cover the payment of the mortgage.
And a lot of people don't do that because we don't have the ability to delay the gratification.
Yes.
Like we want it now. We've been struggling for so long, but not realizing that you want it now, but now you have it. Now you're struggling.
Yes.
Now you are slave to this thing, opposed to setting it up in a way where you could be at peace and enjoy it. Yeah,
that's all I was saying for my people that was killing me in the comments. But I'm going to
sure.
drill y'all again to say I'm going to stand by my word. It is financially dumb to me to be able to go buy a house as your primary house to live in, right? First. I don't think it's smart to do. And you can do the numbers. And if you can, don't come to me with what you think and all this rah-rah and saying, come to me with numbers. Come to me with the numbers. Say, how much money have you spent in interest? How much money have you spent in maintenance? How much money have you spent on grass? How much money have you spent on the inside of the house out of all these years? Then they say, this messed me up too. I got to say this too. I said, all right, what if I just pay for this thing off? I said, forget it. What if I just paid the whole thing off and I'm just free and clear? And in my head, I'm thinking about, okay, well, I know if you pay off your primary house, I can be able to borrow against it. I get a HELOC and I can still be able to tap into 80% of it. I'm like, I'm about to play the game now.
Right.
Then I said, but then what if something happened and then Smitty the Goat, not Smitty the Goat, and then I can't take care of property taxes or HOA fees and all these things? Like, oh yeah, we can take that back. I said, hold on.
Yeah. Facts.
I said, yo, hold on. I said, wait a minute, bro. Tell me this. Don't tell. Like that can't be real. Yeah. Because I've never been through it. It's my first time buying a house, so I'm learning. You know. Said, yeah, you pay. I said, so I pay $1 million today. I own it outright. It's supposed to be mine. Yeah. You never own nothing. You buy the land. You still don't own it, bro. This stuff getting crazy. That I'm learning this stuff. I said, okay, I'm cool. I'm good now. I own it, right? I don't got to pay nobody nothing. Leave me alone. No interest, no nothing. I own my house. This is me to go house. Don't call me. Don't say nothing. Right. Oh no, you still got to pay property taxes. You still got to pay this. You got to. What if I don't pay that? Right. I still own this property still mine. Oh no. Right. I'm like, yo, this is a scam. This is a scam, bro. It's a scam. Yo, it's a scam, bro.
They think about how many people have lost their homes through land bank. You know what I'm saying? Through just owing a little bit in taxes and or HOA fee. And if you don't respond in a certain amount of time, it's done.
Yo.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
That stuff put me through a loop. I was at home pissed. I was at home mad. I'm in my house, big ass house. I'm mad because I'm like, this is crazy. This is like, bro, this is what, and I keep thinking going back to the average person. Yeah. Everybody be like, yeah, you got it. Yeah, I got it and it's cool. I'm talking about the average person though. They don't got it like that. Yeah. They can fall off on hard times. They don't have $1 million businesses to where they can fall on. They might get older and break a leg. They can't work no more. And it's like they own their house outright. You tell me they take it back. That stuff is crazy to me. And I'm like, if you're not positioning yourself right, you're going to be in a bad predicament. Yeah. Nah, you know what I mean? And then it's like, I was just mad about that stuff, man. And it's like, that's why I said what I said, because it just don't make sense to me, man.
Nah, I love it. I love it. What's one piece of advice you'd give to your younger self before you made your first million?
Well, I'll say the number one thing that probably changed my life, man. If you don't learn how to leverage debt, you'll always be working for somebody that do. And that just means, man, all the things we see out in here in life, you're going to trade your time for money, or you're going to be the person that owns the thing, business, restaurant, investment, whatever case may be, and hire people that work for you while you leverage debt. Everybody's scared of debt and all these different things. Your grandma and mama told you, maybe, no, don't use that credit card, that debt. But it's like, okay, well, if I don't, I'm gonna work for somebody that do, because all the people that do own these businesses and investments are leveraging debt. They own these hotels and stuff like that. Right. People that work for them at the bottom of the total pole, trading their time for money, work for them, and the person who's sitting at home twirling their toes with their family is leveraging debt. So me understanding that model really helped me in my life, my business. So I would think if somebody can learn that skill set early enough to learn how to use good debt and not bad debt, it could frame them to be able to start building something big faster. Yeah, because they have access and opportunity. So those are one of the things I live by, and I want to push out to the world too.
No, I love it. I love it. When I say rich off funding, what does that truly mean to you?
Yeah, rich off funding mean to me is like I literally built my whole entire empire. Now 8 figures later, $10 million later, off leveraging funding. So I truly myself got rich off leveraging my funding. So that model is just a reflection of my life, of what I've been able to build and what I've been able to do. It was because of funding, and then my product was funding. I got access to funding and used it. And I learned funding to get into the entrepreneurship round of things. So like it literally captivated my whole push into this entrepreneur space and brand. So that's my thing right there, man. Yeah, I gotta get that funding.
Nah, I love it, love it. Is there anything I did not ask you, or any gem that you want to leave with our audience that, you know, maybe I didn't ask you something, or a gem that you want to leave?
Yeah, just now, a lot of people been coming to me for my marketing tactics and digital marketing tactics. Yeah. So now I'm helping people in the digital marketing space, and one of the key leverage, you already know, models was, which people don't know that I'm probably doing right now, my community model with my challenge model with my high ticket model is lethal. Me giving people my frameworks that put people in good positions to be able to make a lot of money digitally online. And I'll give it to you a little bit of the whole framework is people join my community. They're paying me to be able to pay me first, but then they're paying me also. Then I give them a free ticket into my 5-day virtual campaign. So now I'm getting thousands of people to pay me reoccurring. And then I'm also getting hundreds and thousands of people into my virtual 5-day challenge. So they're paying me to be in my challenge versus everybody else on the internet is they're paying me reoccurring, that's what I'm gonna say, to be able to be in my challenge, so then I can be able to provide them another offer and solve another problem at a higher level, at a higher frequency. So now I'm getting paid to host challenges, and then when I host a challenge, I make another big round of money. So my motto of what I've been able to build in that framework has been really putting people's businesses on fire, because they've been able to replicate and be able to use that framework. And it's just like learning the digital game and putting some type of digital model into your business really can change the way your business is and put a reoccurring in your business to be able to now really build the business to be able to have it grow and reach consistent high figure months. And I want to help a lot of more people be able to learn that game at a high level now. The things that I've been able to build and do, I love that when I see it put into their business, they see the difference in the things that I've been able to build and help them with. So I'm leaning towards that real heavy. And another thing that I got taught that I've been doing too is I'm actually a lender now.
Okay.
I'm learning the money game at a higher level now, Ash. So the last play that I'll leave them with that just was so dope to me, I lended out $500,000. And I was so scared at first, and one of my partners was telling me like, nah, bro, we do this all the time. This is how you make money move. Like, you can invest money, you need to lend money, you need to do that. You just make your money move to make more money. Yeah. And this was the coolest concept because I never understood this and never knew that I could be the person that can do this. I always thought you got to be this big company to be able to lend money and be able to make money off your money. So he positioned me to where I do now. I'm an asset-based lender. Sorry, I said that wrong, y'all. Asset-based lender. Yep. So that means based off the asset, I can lend money now. So I lended out $500,000. This is one of my first deals doing it. Did a promissory note on the first lien holder on the insurance and stuff like that, right? To where I'm lending out $500,000 for an asset. The asset, of course, you got to evaluate the deal properly to make sure it's good, but the asset is protected by me being the first lien holder, so I get paid back regardless. First on, yeah. And then if they succeed, I charge 10% on my money. So now I get paid every single month. I believe it was like $4,000 a month by doing absolutely nothing. I don't trade my time. This is my money work for me to make me money passively. So I borrowed out $500,000. I make $4,000 a month, and I do a term to where you can't give it back quicker than 6 months, but you don't keep it longer than 12 months. So I give you a 6 to 12 month range to be able to do whatever you need to do, be able to do with your property. So it's literally like, I see why people who have a lot of money make more money faster now.
Absolutely.
Because there is no losing. If, God forbid, I don't want this to happen to the person, they fought, they do anything bad, anything go wrong, I know the numbers of the asset is going to be worth $800,000, $900,000. I own $800,000, $900,000 piece of asset. Now the asset can't get up and walk away. You know what I mean? So now it's worth what it's worth, and it's gonna be worth what it's worth. So like, I almost can't lose with putting all this money into a placement to where I can smartly make money off my money without doing no work.
Right.
And I'm learning all these things. I'm like, bro, this stuff is gonna get crazy. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't even know that there was a model, and it's so simple.
Right.
I did it in 72 hours of me knowing somebody telling me how to do it.
Wow.
I did it 72 hours later with some paperwork attorneys real quick. And then it's like, it was done. Yeah. Bam. Shipped the money. Got my first payment, reoccurring money every single month from it. And it's like opening people's mindsets to different models, a way that we can be able to use our money to be able to make money and becoming a lender, bro, to people that got assets. So that was another cool concept that I'm getting into now, that I'm just finding out different models to make money now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah.
Yo, I knew this was going to be a fire interview, but my man gave a lot of games, so I know y'all going to have to rewind and just catch those gems. If somebody wanted to connect with you, where can they find you?
Smitty the Goat on all platforms, man. YouTube, Instagram is where I rely the most. Man, I'm always giving game and value on the things that I do, the things that I build, real receipts of what I'm doing. I post real receipts of all the things that I'm saying I'm doing, so you better see how I'm doing them. You can see all my failures, all my good stuff, all my bad stuff. So I love transparent on my page too. So y'all come check me out, man, on all platforms. Smitty the Goat, and I'm consistent, man. So you're gonna see me every day. Follow my social media every day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
Yes,
I'm glad we had this update, man, because this was really good for me, and I get definitely for the audience as well. Yeah. We are closing out the vault. Another awesome episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the greatest money mindset show on the planet. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Inside the Vault. Visit our website, InsideTheVaultShow.com. I am Ash Cash. Make sure you visit me, IamAshCash.com. Available on all social media platforms at I am Ash Cash. Join my abundance community. Go to theabundancecommunity.com. I'll see you next time, same place, in God's will.
Join that community.
Peace.